on. All right, we'll wait on some people to show up. And let me refresh on D Live. Okay, we're here on D Live. Can you hear me?
Yes.
So,
you might want to turn the TV down.
Okay, got it.
Smidge.
Okay. Say something now.
Yeah. We're good.
Okay. All right, everybody, we are on the phone with our correspondent in D.C. right now. He was at the Capitol. He was in the Capitol. Dick Nicarlo from Thunderdome TV, exclusively, not really, on DLive.tv/Murder the Media. Say hi, Dick.
What's going on, America? You're welcome, by the way.
Yeah, you're just out there, revolutioning and shit.
Yeah,
so I'll try to not make it boring, because I know with the VMix calls, there's a lot of lag and everything. But people basically have already begun turning on everybody in DC. The right is already counter signaling. They're already calling you and everybody there a bunch of Antifa shills. You're already media shills, government shills, and a bunch of fucking glow you-know-whats.
Would Antifa wear something like this?
I mean...
Probably.
Good point. Yeah, good point. Okay, so one thing we keep getting asked about more than anything is the guy dressed up as what appeared to be an American buffalo. And they're saying he's BLM and Antifa, and how dare you, in all this chaos, take a picture with that guy and post it on the ground without you knowing shit?
Oh, how dare I? How dare I see someone else who did some badass shit with us and snap a picture? How dare I? Ooh.
Yeah, so my thoughts, my feeling on the whole thing was it's obviously chaotic. First of all, hold on. Congratulations on being part of literally one of the biggest historical events in American history. That's the first thing that needs to be said here. This has not happened before. This is one of the biggest events in 100 years. How do you feel about that?
It felt great, and I did a lot of shit I shouldn't have. Or maybe I did, maybe I didn't in the Capitol. Maybe I smoked some cigarettes. Maybe I spat on a riot officer. Maybe I didn't.
Yeah, I mean, maybe a lot of things happened. It was a peaceful protest, and every now and then during peaceful protests, things happen. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean you participated in it. You were media. Don't ever forget that. And you were covering a very important historical event.
Yeah, I was covering a historical event. Not gonna lie, I wish I grabbed some souvenirs from there, but someone got Pelosi's podium.
Yeah, we saw that. I hope they made it all the way out. Like, I hope they put that in their living room, and the government doesn't try to take it back. By the way, it's owned by the people. Let me just point that out.
Right. Just because the government owns something, I'm sorry, who owns the government? That's us. That was our capital. That was the way we all saw it when we're inside, or at least the people I was covering. That's our building. That's our building. You can't kick us out of it. And they couldn't.
That reminds me, I wanted to read a quote for everybody out there. Hang on, let me pull it up because I don't want to get it wrong. Oh, okay. So this is a quote from the media before today, okay? And it goes, these protests are mostly peaceful, and we must remember that riots are simply the voice of the unheard. Boy, did the media change their tune today.
Yeah. I'll say this. From what I saw, there were at least 1,000 to 1 attacks on us versus attacks on them. And I've got video. I've got a ton of video. Unfortunately, the streaming didn't work or anything inside. I know a couple people had live streams and whatnot, but unfortunately, mine did not work. But I got a ton of recorded video of the cops just opening fire, uh, throwing, the flashbangs on us, macing us, and yeah, there might have been some retaliation here and there, but you know,
All right, let me ask you this. You've obviously been following the 200 plus days of violent protesting from the left. Have you ever seen a response against the left like you saw today against the right?
no, it's kind of funny how a ton of people congregated today and proved a really good point. By actually protesting and doing something that made a bold statement like this. We didn't light a garbage can on fire and roll it down the street. We didn't smash any bank windows. We didn't tear down any innocent businesses. Uh, we stormed a building that belongs to us.
I wouldn't even say stormed. You should say we occupied. We occupied a building that belongs to us.
We were there. There was a door and a couple windows too, and we went in. And
Yeah, there were some great pictures today. We posted a picture of a bunch of, I guess, patriots scaling walls like it was a medieval castle, and that wasn't even close to one of the most outrageous things we saw today. So I'm like very excited for the video that you're going to be uploading in the coming hours and days or whatever. I know the internet's bad there; it's real hectic, but everybody watching, he got a lot of good footage, and if you want to see that, we'll be uploading it to Parler and Telegram. So on Parler, that's at Murder the Media, and on Telegram, that's at Thunderdome TV. So subscribe to that or follow that, whichever one, to be getting these videos as we drop them.
yeah, there will be a ton of videos I'm releasing, including a tour around the Capitol. We decided to act like tour guides, and oh man, it's I got some great footage. I got some hilarious stuff. Oh, it was great. Ran into some people too. I won't say their names on here, but it was good.
Big people. We saw you with Baked Alaska, and I noticed his stream was coming and going a lot today too.
Did not see Baked in there. I saw him outside. That was what we called like the second wave because we left. Me and Oaks left. After we felt the coverage was appropriate. Grabbed some ham dingers. We grabbed some beers. We fired down on a Johnny Wanamaker's. Grabbed a couple Tommy Bahamas. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
And then we decided we'll go back to the Capitol, see what's going on. Because we saw a huge amount of like buses coming to ready to arrest people and shit. Buses full of cops and whatnot. And they're still there, or at least they were when we left, like an hour and a half ago.
Hey, did you happen to hear any gunshots while you were there?
I did not hear a single like real gunshot. There were obviously the silenced pepper balls, ton of that, the flashbangs and whatnot. I inhaled some of that gas, tear gas. That was fun, but no gunshots.
That's good. They're saying, well, so a woman was shot in the neck. I've heard it's a rubber bullet. I heard it was a real bullet. Ironically, her name was Roberta Paulson. That's unconfirmed, but it got very weirdly Fight Clubby. Also, and I hope this isn't true, but I've also read that the woman that was there, Roberta Paulson, that was shot in the neck, I heard she died. What are some of the reports on the ground that you've heard? Like, what are some things you've seen that you can confirm that have happened that you witnessed?
Okay. I witnessed a window get ripped off the Capitol and people climb into it. I witnessed several flags being placed in the hands of statues. I witnessed some stuff get torn off the walls. I witnessed I witnessed cops get overwhelmed a shitload. There were a couple. We didn't actually see the violence, but there were like a few different puddles of blood. We don't know whose they were. Um, but even through the madness, I'll say this: one of the cops was walking through, and he's like, "Whose blood is that? Is someone injured?" And he probably would have slapped a band-aid on it, and then some, handcuffs behind their back. But
Well, that's
at
nice of
least,
him to ask.
yeah. Oh,
Let
geez,
me
I'm
ask you
sorry. I'm
this.
getting a ton of points. Yeah.
Yeah, to be expected. Let me ask you this. From what you saw, would you say that the police and or military ran people out of there, or people left of their own volition? Because they looked insanely outnumbered.
No, 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 no. Eventually, they were ran out of there. Eventually, they got enough people. So here's the thing: like all the able-bodied people were the ones storming in, with the exception of a few old MAGA grannies, which I told them I was like, you should probably not be up here.
Hmm.
And they're like, one of them was like, oh, my sister's in there, and I'm like, I don't think there's much you can do for your sister, but yeah. What's funny is when we were out there on the steps, there was like a total of 6 cops, and then 2 stopping the crowd from walking in down this pathway by Joe Biden's inauguration platform and whatnot. And then
Oh,
everyone in the crowd is talking. Everyone in the crowd is talking. They're like, "There's only 6 there. There's only 6 throwing flashbangs at us and
yeah.
pepperballing us and shit. There's only 6." And then eventually it's just, I got a video. I wish I could have sent it. But someone just yells, "Fucking push us, quick!" And I just feel the crowd fucking move, and overwhelmed some cops, climbed some scaffolding, jumped in through a window, smoked some cigarettes inside the Capitol building. That was cool.
You might get a fine for that.
Oh, of all the shit today. Of all the shit today.
Hey, let me
Oh my
ask you a
god. Now my
question.
fingers are cold.
Let me ask you something, because you made me think of something. You said it was just a crowds of people talking. Were there any of your, traditional big name people there? Your Milos, your Alex Joneses, all the usual suspects that show up, and in my opinion, keep the crowd from doing what happened today. And I mean that in the best way possible. Were any of those people there?
There were a couple influencers there, right? But and I've got video of it too. There was an endless sea of people. You could not see the end of it. Like it was even bigger than that turnout for Trump's inauguration. It was huge. Could not see the end of it. I'd say a couple 100,000 people. Yeah. It was. If there were influencers there, which there were a couple, like I saw Alex Jones's van. Uh, I saw that parked in front of the Capitol. Did not see Alex Jones though, and
Hmm.
there were no. If there were influencers, there weren't enough to, make people stop what they wanted to do. And I think that was prove a point that if you have enough people, you can do whatever you want.
Absolutely. Authority is an illusion, ladies and gentlemen. I'll reiterate this. There was one thing we asked a lot of people, or I'm sorry, we asked in a lot of posts for people to echo these posts on Parler. But there was one particular post that I made, and I said, if you're going to echo one thing today, echo this video. And it was a police officer inside one of the Capitol buildings by himself, as people began to form at this doorway in front of him, and he's trying to push him back. And it was just a perfect synopsis of the truth that nobody sees, which is in the United States, without getting into any detail or sounding like I'm encouraging anything, American citizens outnumber police 1,000 to 1. And the idea that what happened today couldn't happen on any day of the week is nonsense. You can absolutely protest in this country and get your message across. Way more efficiently, by the way, than the small number of counter-protesters on the left when compared to the people on the right actually getting into the streets and protesting themselves. You far outnumber the people on the left but they go out. But today you saw what happens when you go out. Is there going to be any after parties or anything tonight?
Huge after party. Yeah, I
Nice.
mean, it's crazy. I'll show you a look around. This isn't the busiest road in general, but it is. There's like little to no fucking traffic out because they put a 6 o'clock curfew after what happened tonight. So we're gonna take like a secret party underground railroad and get to where we need to be.
Yes, that's what I was wondering. Is you can't end the night already. The night is young. Revolution just happened. I mean, you got to celebrate. Are you able to buy alcohol?
Um, no, all the stores are closed. But I did buy a bottle of champagne earlier.
Are you regretting that decision now?
What I'm regretting is that I didn't run back to the Capitol sooner with that champagne. We wanted to go back into the building and pop a cork.
Right on. Hey, how is Nick Oakes, your fellow correspondent for Murder the Media? How's he doing?
Oh, he's great. He's riding this high just like me. Like he's good. He's we're both a little disappointed that we didn't get what we planned on. But I
Souvenirs?
personally, no, interviews, interviews.
Oh, yeah.
But I think this footage turned out a little better than some interviews.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. Obviously, this is probably gonna die down immediately after today. You're probably, if I had to guess, everybody watching and listening, this is not going to happen again. I really don't think it's going to. If it did, I would be all for it. I hope it does. If it does, we will be there again. Oh, that reminds me, Dick, you went there for one sole purpose and you accomplished that. Would you like to tell everybody what it was you accomplished today that you went there for?
Yeah, sure. I don't know if you guys got the memo or not, but me and Nick Oakes, we were called on. Ooh, some sirens going on. I'm on private property. Me and Nick Oakes went there specifically to stop the steal. It happened.
The steal was stopped today, ladies and gentlemen. The steal was actually stopped. I should say delayed, but they did accomplish their goal of stopping the steal.
Oh, did the steal happen? It didn't. You're welcome, America. You're welcome.
Hey, what was okay, like if you had to pick one thing that happened today, what was the wildest thing you saw?
Oh, wildest thing I saw. Oh man, saw a guy. Let's see. Had a guy cracked in the head with a rubber bullet, and then he kept charging on. Let's see. Everything in the Capitol, just the windows being ripped off and people climbing in. Like somehow 6 riot officers got ahead of this crowd of 200 and blocks one doorway. And they're like, fuck it, we'll make another entrance.
You know what they say, God never closes the door without letting you break in through the window. And today I think y'all were doing the Lord's work.
Yeah, it was. Let's see, there was that. There's these big metal security doors inside the Capitol, and people were forcing them open and jamming flags into them. One of them was a back the blue flag, very
Boo.
ironic. Jammed it. He jammed the flag into the security doors, so it was like wedged open. And man, so much crazy shit. Like, I'm still looking over the footage, and I'm like, oh, I forgot about that. I forgot about this. Like,
So
it
did
all
you
happened
see
pretty quick.
after the after entering the building, was there anybody backing the blue at that point? Was there anybody saying, "Hey guys, take it easy. They're just doing their jobs."
No, absolutely not. In
All
fact, there
right.
were much more people today shouting, fuck these guys. They're traitors to us. They don't protect us. Look at what they're doing. And yeah, what's funny, even though like once everybody got into the Capitol, nobody got violent with the cops. In fact, a lot of people were just having conversations with them.
Did the cops that were having conversations had with them? Did they look nervous?
Some of them, a little bit. One of them I approached myself, and I was like, "Crazy shit, huh?" And he's like, "Yeah. Are you ready to leave?" I said, "Not without a souvenir." And he said, "A souvenir?" I said, "Yeah, there's a statue of an American Indian over there, and I'm thinking about ripping the feathers off."
Well, that
Why
would have
would
been
you do
bold.
that?
Hey,
I know.
did you go to the Senate floor at all? There was a lot of photos of people sitting in like Nancy Pelosi's chair. Did you get into that part of the
I
building?
didn't, I didn't make it that far. I didn't make it that far. No.
How long did you spend in the building reporting today as an investigative journalist?
Hour and a half, 2 hours.
Wow, that's
Got pretty
amazing.
far. Yeah. So we went in from I guess let's just call it the south entrance. Uh, went through a corridor, then another corridor, and then I saw some people break into an office. Got some shots in there that were pretty good. Uh, Maybe someone did some cocaine in there. Maybe someone didn't. I don't know.
Hey, who am I?
Let's
Maybe
see.
someone who isn't me had a little extra party on the side. You know, whatever. They didn't WD 40 the toilets. It's not your fault.
Maybe someone went down there to have a good time, and they had a good time. And let's see. Afterwards, there was like this big corridor. Like each like room we went into, each room we entered, I was more and more amazed at how large the rooms were. Like all the fucking money that went into them.
Oh yeah,
Like,
isn't that annoying?
oh, very annoying. It was infuriating.
I saw a picture because apparently when this happened, Congress was in session, and I saw a picture of their little golden gilded underground subway escape tunnel, and I just thought it's funny how they spend our money on their escape routes, knowing they're going to need them for stealing our money one of these days.
Right, right. That's what's yeah. Okay, it was probably the corridor we went into. I'm sorry, it's a big blur because like there were several staircases. Like everybody was just looking for the fucking Senate floor. Everybody's looking for it, so they're just going everywhere in the fucking building. One of them we went into, there was some bald, slimy cocksucker. I don't know if he was a politician. I don't know if he was in
Probably.
Congress, Senate, something like that. But he's like recording at us from a balcony and flipping us off. We're like, "Fuck you, get down here!" And he's like,
Uh, was
I got a
he?
couple more minutes. My phone's about to die.
Oh, did you get to use your backup battery today?
Drained it. Drained it getting GoPro shots.
Oh, nice. About how many minutes or hours of footage do you think you got?
I would say a good hour and a half.
Love it. Love it.
Ton of
Okay.
footage. Ton of
So,
footage.
are y'all going to wind up staying another night, or are y'all? I shouldn't say
No.
y'all. It's the whole country doesn't say y'all, just a select part of it. We're losing people every time I say y'all. But so y'all are heading out tonight.
Yeah, I think if we don't leave tonight, it'll be like Escape from DC.
That might be cool too. But here's the problem: if there's a curfew, are they going to let you leave?
Uh, Good question. And yeah, I'll show 'em my flight info. Be like, sorry, I gotta get to the airport.
Yeah. Sorry, I
And that way,
revolutioned a little too hard today. I got to get back. You don't want to start another thing right now, do you? I mean, because I'm riding high right now.
listen, listen, guys, I did my damage. All right, I did the damage, and now I'm ready to leave. All right.
Did not damage? You did the dirt. You had to do some dirt today. Investigative journalism is not pretty. It's not clean.
No, it never is. Not real. Not real investigative journalism. No, not the kind of shit you normally see.
Well,
And boy, did I get some fucking dirt.
let me ask you this. Question number one. Everybody's wanting to know: are your dogs barking after a full day of peaceful protesting in those owl shoes?
Did you see these shoes? Did you see them?
Woohoo!
Ugh.
Woohoo!
And yeah, they're barking. These shoes are halfly made of cardboard, and they don't feel good.
Well, they look like they're made of very expensive material. And congratulations again today. Kudos. Could you tell us one more thing? What is next for Murder the Media?
I would like to say congratulations to America and you're welcome. But what's next for Murder the Media? Yeah, I know somebody like tagged something on the building and shit.
Yeah, we
I saw
saw
a couple
that.
tags actually.
Oh,
There were a
really?
few tags.
What was the backstory? I heard that y'all stumbled upon that and were like, "Whoa, that's crazy ironic."
We stumbled upon it. 'Cause we were plugging the brand and shit today. We were telling people, yeah, we're Murder the Media. We go, oh, bad optics, and I go, no, faggot, hold on. And then we explain what we do, who we are, what we're against,
Hmm.
and um, yeah, then to find that the message had already spread so vastly that people were tagging it. I thought that was pretty cool. I'd like to
That'd be
see more
nice if
people
that caught
tagging that
on.
message.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's next? What's next is Murder the Media becomes a philosophy, a lifestyle. Uh, it becomes much bigger. We're gonna be the next Vice, all right? Except, uh, no, not the next Vice. Maybe something a little better. I don't know. I see big stuff on the horizon. All right, big stuff, and I'm probably gonna be traveling a little more.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to, because this trip happened all last minute. Cost us a lot of money. So if y'all are hearing this and you can donate lemons or whatever, please do. We're definitely in the hole for this. But that,
Yeah,
oh, sorry, go ahead.
I'm in crippling debt over this trip. Just the tripling. The
This is what
cheapest
they,
thing I did while I was out here was storm the Capitol.
yeah, I was gonna say, this will hopefully pay off the way things have gone for Murder of Media in the past. There's a good chance it won't, but this is what we do. We have shows here. We have this is a media network. It's a fun one though, and it's not one that blows smoke up your ass. It's kind of hard to watch sometimes, not because it's not entertaining, but because some of the things that we say and some of the things we see and show you, it's kind of hard to see. But you need to wake up, America. You need to laugh a little bit at everything that's going on, but at the same time, still take it seriously. Dick Nicarlo, any last words for tonight as we let you go?
Last words. Authority is a lie. It's an illusion. Security, authority, the police, it's all a fucking lie. And the only thing that stops us from doing what we want to do with our lives is believing in that lie. And that, you know, uh, the police, the police are on our side, and no, they're not.
Mm-mm.
They're not.
All right,
That was a
well,
mixed message, but that's it.
it's been a long day, but I tell you what,
It.
stay safe out there, you American patriot son of a bitch. You real
You're
patriot.
welcome.
You're welcome, America. From Dick Nicarlo at Murder the Media, he's signing off. We'll talk to you later, buddy. Be careful.
Toodles.
Wow, what a day, and the a lot of interesting things happened today. But one of the coolest things was it was at the end of the day. This is like 30 minutes ago. I'm reading through the comments on Parler, and I start seeing people posting a picture of Dick Nicarlo and Nick Oakes with the guy wearing the buffalo costume, and they go, "Can you explain why you took a photo with this Antifa BLM guy?" And so I'm thinking, everything happened today. Everything that did happen. This is what you're focusing on, you fucking glow nerds. So I keep reading more comments, and we're getting called media shills, government shills. And it was at that moment, ladies and gentlemen, it was at that moment I realized we finally made it. We finally made it. You don't make it until you're accused of being a glow person, a media shill, a government stooge. And if you're one of those people that thinks that or accuses us of that, good to have you on board. Thanks for coming along on the adventure. There's going to be more things. I don't think we'll ever top today. I don't think it's toppable. It was, and I cannot explain this enough, an historic event, unlike potentially any other ever seen. There's a lot of talk, a lot of rhetoric out there, and it always comes from the leader people of these so-called right-wing movements. But from what I saw today, those people were nowhere around. They were not there to calm the masses and say, you can't do this, this is a peaceful protest, which it was. It was a peaceful protest. There was no violence today, but maybe we should stop looking to these leaders, these so-called leaders of these individual movements separate from each other but somehow all related to the right, because they've been talking and bullshitting for 4 or 5 years now. They grow in strength, they grow in numbers, their voice gets louder, they reach more people, and less happens. I don't want to attack these people considered to be at the forefront of these movements, but you weren't there on the day that it counted the most. You weren't there today. You claimed to get letters from the FBI. You were the one spreading all the propaganda for months that you're coming to D.C. to stop the steal. And these people actually went to D.C. and stopped the steal, and you were nowhere to be seen. You were nowhere to be found. And I think that probably has to do with you being afraid of being fined, being arrested, being jailed, being tarred and feathered, being shot by the police. But that's what the leaders of the movement are supposed to do. You're supposed to be out in front of this. And it's very ironic to me that the day you weren't there is the day shit actually happened. So if people were being accused of glowing and being shills, it wasn't us. And it makes us question, maybe those people are, maybe those leaders are controlled opposition. And you should ask yourself that. But you should also remind yourself that what happened today did not happen because of some iconic face in a movement, some celebrity that you want to know. He seems entertaining, very popular. Everybody likes these people. Stop looking at it that way. Because apparently today just proved that that's not a help to any kind of movement that the right would need. Now, turning the wheel a little bit, the media has been shitting their pants for hours. You should hear some of the things I've heard on, like, I think it's CBSN, NBC. They're all shitting their collective britches because I think they go, if they did that to the Capitol, what could they do to our headquarters in New York, our headquarters in Atlanta? What could they do to our affiliates if we made them mad enough? If we said the wrong thing too many times, which arguably they already have. The American people, the true American people, the taxpayers, showed you their might today. And that was still a fraction of what is capable by these groups and these people. But the media, your traditional video news, it was not lost on me, and hopefully not lost on anybody else that is still awake, that the things they were saying about what was happening today, even before the Capitol was stormed, they have never said about Antifa, Black Lives Matter, Black Bloc, any of these Marxist movements, these violent Marxist movements, which I'm okay with now. I mean, look around. Now maybe somebody can stop them because the police aren't going to do it. They'll stop you, though. But yeah, you want chaos in the streets? I think I'm all for that at this point because I think you're going to lose. And I don't think that they're really going to play that game. I don't think the left is going to play that game. They're going to go home. because they can. What you saw today is the left is not capable of. You know, it's interesting that when you think about it, that proverbial sleeping giant actually reared its head today for the first time since I've been alive. And I'm 48 years old. Okay? Think about that. What happened today has not sunk in yet, or sank in yet, to most people's minds. Because, I'll be honest with you, I did not expect anything to happen today. We've been making fun of it lightly. We haven't been ridiculing, but we've been kind of poking fun at this idea that American patriots are going to show up to the Capitol and actually stop Washington for the first time in my entire life. And although it may be a very small temporary victory, it happened. They set a goal, they went there, and they did it. Me and Dick were joking just a little bit ago about him actually stopping this deal, participating in stopping this deal. And it was funny, but it was also true. It happened. They were set to vote today. And it stopped. They stopped it. Now, you have a bunch of people who weren't there, your usual talking heads, and I'm talking about the right wing. I'm not talking about the leftist media. The usual suspects, the usual talking heads in the right wing have already come out, what's the word? Basically denouncing everything that happened. But as I was just saying, something finally happened, and it happened when those talking heads weren't there. That should tell you something. And I'm talking to those talking heads right now. You're fake. Fuck it. I said it. You are fake leaders. You are fake people. And I think today is waking people up to the Ted Cruz's. You know, I'm not gonna mention a bunch of names. You can go find them on their parlors. You can go see all the denouncing happening, all the counter signaling of the right by the right. You can go seek that out. Just know it's out there. And if you're one of the people still agreeing with those talking heads that didn't show up today and something finally happened, you really need to question your alignment with these people. Most of them are profiteers. If they're not profiteers, they're in government. It's beneficial to them to remain in power, whether they be right-wing media, right-wing talking heads, or right-wing government. There's a lot to digest here, and nobody's really going to start getting through all this. They're not going to start unpacking all this for hours, if not days. This is still not reality to most people. It's still not reality to me. Again, can you name a bigger event in United States history? This was the... Okay, hold on. I just thought of something. And this isn't me tooting my own horn, but for the last few days, as our usual audience that is here will tell you, we have been talking about something very similar to what happened today. We keep getting told, well, we have to stop the CIA. Well, we have to stop the FBI. Well, we have to go after the IRS. All these people, they keep going, we gotta go here. We gotta go after these people. And I've been saying, if you're gonna go after something, why not just go after the heart of it all? And I was trying to think of an anecdote that would fit, and I thought of it early this morning. I have a night schedule, so it was like night for me. But it's the Hydra. You can cut off the tentacles of the Hydra. The Hydra still exists. We've been saying, go after the head, the brain. If you want something done, you don't pursue the little things around what you need done. And today, the American people, the actual American people, the tax-paying citizens, they went into the heart of the Hydra today. The machine is afraid. The machine is scared. Do you have any idea what kind of psychological effects this had on every single person that worked in Washington, that works in Washington? They just saw a piece of the power of the American people, the real American people. And you can shit on me saying real American people all you want. But if you go back through our history, we're not meant to be your tax-paying consumers. We're not meant to be ruled over by you people. But you have slowly tricked us and manipulated us into that. I see so many quotes from so many random people, things like the tree of liberty must be watered with the blood of tyrants from time to time. And there were just words. And now you're afraid of even saying the words of our founding fathers as their statues are ripped down, as their names are spit on, dragged through the mud. You're afraid to quote them now because you don't want to knock on your door from the alphabet boys. That, my friends, is called tyranny. So I think the one thing to take away from everything that happened today is that, yes, we've said it before and we'll say it again. Authority is an illusion. Never forget what happened today, because they won't forget it. They will move on. They will continue with their agenda. But they'll always know now in the back of their minds, at any moment, at any given time, that can happen again. And keep this in mind too. Those people at the Capitol, those were actual peaceful people. I want you to fucking think about it. They acted half as bad, half as violent, half as dangerous as the Antifa and BLM and Marxists. You police protect. You government, you protect. Imagine if those people that went into their own house today to clean it were a fraction as violent as the people that have been rioting for 200 days. That place would have fucking burned. You should thank those fucking people. You should thank them for not burning that shit down. Because if that was the other side, that you protect and you lie and you ignore the shit that they do and you dismiss it and you call it justifiable, and all your news agencies don't report on it, they're silent or they're complicit or they encourage it, those people would have burned that shit today. You should spend your time writing letters thanking these people for not absolutely demolishing everything, which you know they could have. They could have sent all those guard troops in. They could have sent, I was watching, I think it was, what's Lester Holt on? NBC? I was watching that on YouTube. And he goes, we just got word that they're sending the FBI in. Why the fuck haven't you sent the FBI after the people doing what you saw today, but actually burning shit, killing people, taking over cities for months at a time? Where the fuck is the FBI for them? Now you got the real Americans mad, and this is how they sound in their heads. And today you saw how they felt in person. I don't think this is over with. I think hopefully this emboldened the tax-paying citizens. I'm not going to say the right. I'm going to say the committed to society citizens. It's been thrown around everywhere that there's no election fraud. Everything's perfectly fine. Bullshit. And you know it's bullshit. But none of that matters. The American people are tired of being lied to. And they're tired of you people stealing their fucking money and giving it to wars and giving it to agencies that oppress us and giving it to yourself with your fucking vacations and your free healthcare as you push all of us down and down and down and down, and you fucking call it equality. You call it equity. Bullshit. You're fucking thieves. You're tyrannical thieves. You're dangerous people. You're very dangerous people. And expect in the coming days, ladies and gentlemen, that they send their fucking foot soldiers to these people's houses. To the people that went to the Capitol today and peacefully protested. And I'm saying peacefully because I'm juxtaposing what happened today on what's been happening in leftist cities all over the country. And when compared to that, what happened today was absolutely peaceful. Expect knocks at your doors, though, if you were there. I've been waiting on one for a few weeks now. Because the shit you saw today is dangerous. It's threatening to them. And the shit I'm saying is dangerous and is threatening to them. But it's important. Because we can't just keep going back to bed. We can't just keep taking our antidepressants and going to work and paying our taxes and going, maybe one day it'll get better. Look at this COVID shit. Now I'll die of COVID. But look at it. With the survival rates and everything. And you ask yourself, why are they doing it? People are literally starving. I bet suicide has killed more people than COVID-19 in the United States at this point. And they keep throwing these fucking numbers at you. Oh, 300-something thousand people have died of COVID. But nobody reports on or bats an eye at nobody having the fucking flu. And you think that's normal? You think that's okay? You think the media is not in bed with the government spreading this fucking narrative of bullshit? You are being oppressed. COVID is a tool of oppression. Your taxes are a tool of oppression. These government agencies are a tool of oppression. And they never go after the other side. Never go after, and the Republicans don't go after the other side. Oh, they say some nice words. Oh, we got to do something about that. Oh, how about the technocracy? How about the people who sway elections knowingly? They never answer to anybody. God forbid they answer to the American people. Because you got a tiny taste of what that's like. These 100 billionaires influencing your politics. Not even influencing, just telling you what your politics are going to be now. Here's your politicians. This is who we picked. That's your people now. And you go, oh, maybe it'll get better. It's not going to get better. That's another thing. I regret to inform you that if you thought things will get better after today, no, much worse. But take solace in that. That's change. It's not easy. Will we all probably just go back to work and keep paying taxes? Probably. But now we know our potential. And what you saw today was just the tip of the iceberg of our potential, our collective potential. Back to the technocracy, back to the oppressive arms of the government. They've never. This is aimed at the people who the right-wing politicians who bring the Mark Zuckerbergs and the Jack Dorseys to Congress to give them a good tongue lashing and not do shit. We see you. We know what you're doing. You're just riling up your voting base. You have no intention of stopping these people. You have no intention of this. You just want to get a photo op of you going, hey, I yelled at a billionaire that runs Facebook. Vote for me. I'm doing shit. You're not doing anything. We see you not doing anything. We see you in your photo ops and your bullshit. We see everything. You just think that we don't. It's because until today we felt like there's nothing we could do. Now we do.